season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And all the way down to the 40-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Hill. They'll roll him out right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They snap it on 4th to Hill. Buying time to his left. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. And they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll set up to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Now Joe Mixon.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Hunter Henry. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Saints nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Harris out of the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Hill throwing once more. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Davion Taylor in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. Now it's Hill. This is swung out to Eckler. Not much there, only a yard.
Austin Eckler, a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hill, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Hill. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, Hill remains on the field as they'll go for it. So here we go on fourth. Hill forced out to his left. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Dolphins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14. He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running left, it's Mixon. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a...
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On 1st and 10, Hill steps away to his left. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hill completes this out left to Ruggs. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week. And he's still...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. A final shot before break. Hill. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
On first down, Hill being chased out left. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Hill looking to throw for it. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. Could have been up 1 with a point after, but they go for 2. It worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you're up 1 or 2, a field goal can still get you.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back to Mixon on first down, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's go, team. Big series.
From the gun, here's Hill. Flush to his right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Throwing on third down, Hill. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
On fourth down, Hill.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Mixon with a first down carry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
Oh, looking for Water, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will...
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff running left, Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Pete Werner in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, looking for Water, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. first down, it's Hill. They still can't get it.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Here's Hill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this,
and for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guy?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Henry Ruggs,
28 yards.
And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Here's a give to Mixon, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins on third down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is third and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But
oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Off of play action. Hill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
They'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Shoves him aside. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Connecting with Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. And some room to maneuver. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for 2. Here's Hill now after the interception. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And they got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. You have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On play action, they'll throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Darren Waller with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The running play there going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Saints, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, this loss really